should be now stalling for time. Good. Man, I can't believe this is all being recorded. Well, whatever. Going live. And record. As you ventured forth, looking around and going towards the borderlands, where your next mission stands, an individual by the name of Dr. Wondertainment is who you're going to locate next, to stop them and to retrieve a bit more of information. The last individual of the three members in the area that you need to stop gathered the information and brought you in this location. With the help of the king and his men, you decided to follow a caravan that was heading down this way anyways. One of the pit stops was a simple, it was still pretty far away, but a simple uh, barracks where John Walter, the current uh, paladin captain, lieutenant, is currently going to take over. While you were there, the enemy fought back. Somehow they got further along than anticipated, and somehow they got here way too quickly. With your help, you managed to quarrel things without too much of an issue. However, as you encountered something that was not expected, a few of you lost body parts, and thankfully enough, were regrafted, thanks to one bishop slash Q. With the help of that, the individual turned into basically a black sludge puddle. Uh, on it, rather than above it, was floating inside of it a mask. I clearly need to specify my words a little bit better. I know this now. And unfortunately, someone lost an arm, but quickly regrew it back. Well, basically, it was replaced. It didn't actually just turn baby hand and then regrow. It this is in Deadpool. But thankfully enough, with magic, you were able to counteract that. You spoke with your god to see if there's anything that could be done for the individual that now stands in front of you without mask, as Iskar has that in their bag of holding without anything inside other than the mask itself. What you do now, it's entirely up to you. The individual at hand does not know the information the mask did, but she does have glimpses here and there of what they were doing. So she could have vital information, but it's an adult with the mind of a child, not fully developed, but still cognitive of what's occurring. So ultimately, you might be able to find something if it's not too clear. John, looking towards you, simply states, "All right. From what I can tell, she might be able to stay here, but we might not be able to sustain her for a while. If you have any other place for you to take her, I advise do that. Personally, I don't know what to do. We don't have enough food to sustain her for this amount, and our next caravan won't be arriving till tomorrow, where our uh, items, sorry, I forgot the word. That's me in real life. Will be replenished."
I have a slightly morbid proposal.
Are you also wondering if she can eat the dead?
Yes, I was going to recommend that we feed her the dead bodies. I was not going to recommend else. That was exactly what I was thinking. Thank you.
Looks towards Q. Can you ask?
I'll try asking her telepathically if she can eat corpses.
Thankfully enough, it's telepathically, so her broken language barrier thing is not affected by that. So with magic imbued, inscribed, you're most of you. I don't think you got John, which is why he's asking, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But I digress. Connecting minds. The individual woman states, I can only eat that still beats a living vessel or something with what's still there. I cannot consume the dead and have it words, uh, regain my strength in this way. I can consume it, but it will do nothing.
Ray nods, then looks to John and says, "No, she cannot. It does not provide her any sustenance."
Well, since we're already going down this path, I also have a very morbid way of doing this. I am not condoning this, but if you decide to leave her with us, we can. You can already see that the enemy somehow got here without too much of an issue. First off, they can probably do that again. She might be useful in getting rid of them.
I'm surprisingly okay with this.
If you find a better place for her, by all means do so. But this is the one thing I can offer. She will be safe here, but she will be effectively helping us win this scrimmage. And by the numbers, go ahead.
Let her eat them all.
I'd rather not have her eat my men.
No, the enemies. If they attack.
Yeah, right. That's basically what he's proposing. But John does state very well then. Do you mind asking her if she has preferable need for accommodations?
I'll ask her.
All right, you basically ask her, "Hey, what do you want in your room?" I don't know why I changed the tone immediately there. She simply states, someone to clean my hair regularly, as the secretions do happen often, and having it clean will help. Making sure I get fed 3 times a day with enough. It can either be livestock, insects, animals, people. My body will consume it all. I would preferably not have any turtles as my meals. In fact, if you can get me a pet, if you can get me a turtle. Do you tell Mom of that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I suppose I can do all that. I'll have to make sure that anyone that comes near her will have to immediately wear armor and make sure not to get too close. The individuals, I suppose a cleric will be coming tomorrow. I can probably use them. Well, not use them, it's quite rude to say it that way. They can probably assist with the brushing of the hair situation. But I'm afraid I don't have any turtles.
Definitely not the highest of the priorities there. So I think that's okay.
All right then. Looking at his men, he does go around and talk with them. So immediately, everyone knows that this person's okay. Well, maybe not okay. Just don't get near her. Don't attack her. I just burped. Hopefully, you didn't hear that. Anyways, basically, goes around and basically tells everyone, "Hey, it's okay. She's part of our group now. Effectively, she is now a living bioweapon. It's honestly the only way I can phrase it this way. Just not medieval fantasy way. As Ray tries to put a sign on her, it immediately melts, pretty much. But overall, John took care of everything. Soon people begin to converge this room into a more swampy-like area to make her feel more at home. There is a bed there, but who knows how long that'll last. Overall, she will be taken care of if you decide to leave her here. And I believe you did. John looks towards you and then states, well, this isn't your final stop, obviously, but I do thank you for what you have done for me. That being said, I'm afraid most of the caravan will have to stay here. There might be a few soldiers that might travel with you, maybe one or two. As if the enemy is in the area, I'd rather have them safe than wandering about. But based on your own identifiers, it seems that you're more pressed than not. But I'm afraid this is where my traveling with you will end.
Of course. We might be able to stop by on our way back, but I don't know. If we can, we will. If not, until we see you again.
Until then.
Sounds
No more
fair.
power living. He might have gained a level here, but I'll think about it. But overall, John converts this area into a room. Technically, these guys are on the roof. It just looks like it's open. I don't know why, but yeah, she'll be fine here. She is going to be eating people, but people that are attacking, not just random strangers. But with that, my mouse has decided to stop working again. It's like slowly moving inch by inch. It was actually capturing the. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna quickly move before everything breaks again. I already ordered one. Oh, that's another thing. I ordered one. It's not coming until next week, though. But yeah, basically, while the enemy's still around, or might still be around, most of the caravan, except for maybe 2 people, are not going to follow you. So with that, you move forwards. Come on. I literally have to hover 3 centimeters above my mouse pad for it to work.
Try moving the mouse, taking the mouse pad out from under it.
Yeah, it's better, but it like stops after a certain second. But it's better. But moving forward, you do advance towards the bridge area. 2 other guards, or at least 2 other people that are heading in the exact same location, do follow soon after. It's a laser. And I just... yeah. I just right-clicked to get out of Roll20. As you advance forwards, the guards systematically just flank you guys. They are not stopping you, they're just in formation following you. And basically, once they figure out that enough area is clear, they'll follow back and tell everyone that you can move forwards.
They're free to tag along if they want.
Mm-hmm. But moving forward, you do advance and you come across a bridge. The area itself to the south, from what you can tell, is open. It's visible. It's viable. It is an option to go. But the bridge route is where you're heading, according to the guards. One of them does give you a map on the route you're going to take and the destination you have. Like, just in case you need to advance forwards and then need to fall back, one of you has a map. I'm gonna say Ray has the map.
I think Zold should have it. Well, Iskar.
Okay. Iskar, you have the map.
Is this like a is this like the border? Is this river?
The border is not this river. Like between the boundaries is this river, a structure. So, once you cross it, you will be heading into potential enemy territory. Like that's the entire reason they're having this dispute.
I need a quick clarification on something real quick. For a spell, does Ray's fairy dragon and Peep, do they count as part of Morthos and Ray?
Ray's fairy dragon classifies as familiar. Peep is a primal familiar, which basically just means people listen but doesn't actually have to follow rules.
Well, I'm like word of recall. It's up to it's the caster and 5 willing, so I needed to know because
For Ray's familiar, yes. For Morthos, as long as Peep is condensed down to a ball form and on his person, it'll affect him.
okay, all right, sorry.
Yeah, I'll just walk across the bridge, testing it for durability.
All right. Go ahead and roll dexterity saving throw. No, mad that. Immediately as you cross the bridge, you do see a volley of arrows just completely decimate the area as you move forwards. Luckily enough, you are able to sprint backwards, and a battalion of people. No, that's not people. Looking in front of you, you do see what appears to be. Yes.
We are still on the same day.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I needed to know to whether or not I reduced the my rod.
Okay. Well. Now I got confused where I was. Notes.
You're too busy worrying about Raynor's rod.
Looking towards the area, you do see that a volley of people. No, not people. Strange creatures with one eye harboring around you, floating in the air, roughly 20 feet in the sky. You don't know how you did not notice them because immediately when you entered, halfway point, they flew up into the air and shot you. Begin to re-volley some arrows. Looking towards you, you have not turned, or at least gone into combat yet, but go ahead and roll turn order.
I thought you said barrels at first.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Quick question, real quick.
What's up?
With my rod, can I funnel some of its charges to Ray?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I like the idea, but that's not how that works.
Okay, I was just asking.
That makes sense. Like, feel free to ask. I'll just have Morthos go last.
I mean, I rolled a nat 1 on my initiative.
That's true. But
well,
Morthos...
technically I rolled a 4, but it didn't want to take because I didn't have my token selected, which is dumb.
That's dumb, Roll20. How dare you not understand what I meant? Which, honestly, is true. No, I'll just leave it how it is. So, oh, I forgot to give the guard a turn. Oh, they rolled a 7. Not bad.
Shit.
It makes sense. Iskar, looking around you, you can tell that these individuals are ready to volley another set of arrows. They have not attacked you. Well, they actually have attacked you yet, but they haven't secondary struck you. If that made any sense, it probably didn't. They're ready to attack. They have yet to, but you know, surprise attack tends to do that. What do you do?
Anyway, I started blasting.
All right. You're now classified underneath combat.
Run up. Shotgun.
18 does hit.
I didn't mean to still have bless, but
16 does not hit.
Okay. I can teleport upwards. I just do not sustain flight. I will attack this one then.
All
I'll
right.
teleport here-ish.
Uh, 17 does not hit.
I'll teleport over here. I'll attack this one.
23 does hit. And you roll a 1 and a 25. Aiming directly towards them, you shot after shot after shot. You don't seem to strike, but the last one strikes true. It sinks into the abdomen, and they are now raring to go. Whatever that first volley was, it did seem like an attack, but clearly something else is up. Why they would be here, who knows? Maybe they're part of the first team that went before you. Attacked you beforehand. Looking towards them, you can tell that they're pissed off. They're not dead, but they are hurt. That attack definitely did something. Anything else?
No, we'll hold for now.
All right. You didn't, like, teleport in the air, did you?
No.
Okay. Ray.
Gonna move up and shoot a firebolt at the top one.
Does not hit.
And then I'll try my wand.
Does not hit.
And I'll give up. That'll be my
It's a free action.
Oh, I was going, yeah, I guess it's technically a free action. No, wait, it's bonus action. No, wait, you're talking about giving up. It took me that long. Shot after shot, looking towards fire, bolt, and then a fire, wand of fire bolt, launching towards these enemies. They simply move about in the air that it's hard to pinpoint them, lock them in. Sifting through the air, they easily dodge nimbly. Unfortunately, though, that is your turn. As their turn strikes, this one will go directly towards Iskar. They quickly disband their arrow and bow, dropping it to the ground, and bring out what appears to be a scimitar. Aiming straight towards you, they might hit. They don't hit. With a 9, they strike directly towards your head, but easily dodge to the side. With another swift, does 17 hit? Probably not.
It's not, no.
Yeah. With another swift glance, they go for you again. But nothing. Let's see, the one to the south will fly. Let's see, they can get 60 feet. Yes. 60 feet, launch a volley of arrows towards... towards the two people that followed you. Plus 9, 13, that just barely does not hit. They will strike again. Plus 9, that is 16, so that unfortunately does hit. So that's 1d6 plus 9. That's a 10. One of the guards begins to wince out in pain as they almost die from that. Not really die, they're bloodied. But, you know, comparatively to you guys, they're almost dead. Zen heals them with a D8 plus her modifier. He's almost back to full. The last one goes and moves 20 feet and will aim directly towards Iskar. Let's see, with a +9. Does 27 hit?
Nope.
I could make it not. I think. But I'll let it hit. I will allow it.
I will allow your monsters to hurt me. So take 14. It's piercing damage.
Okay. Give me just one moment.
No problem. One of the guards brings out their crossbow, aims it at the creature with a +4. These guys
Well,
are
the
proficient.
The monster is going to be taking damage.
Oh. All right. How much?
That much.
First of all, the guards hit. That's neither here or there. But 12, Dex save, Dex +2, 14 fails.
27.
In the air, they take a good amount of damage thanks to your little ability. With Hellish Rebuke, it binds into them, burns them, but it does not outright kill them. It definitely did damage. It didn't reduce in any way, surprisingly enough, even though they're red. But who knows? Maybe that's me stereotyping demon-like creatures. However,
I also was expecting it to reduce, but I'm glad that it didn't. I was cured.
however, that does not kill them or bloody them. Thankfully enough for me. But it did the full extent. You didn't see any wavering, shifting, absorption. It just fully hit. The next guard will go forwards. Attack with a +4. Does not hit. For a while there, I thought the guards were going to be useful. Cerulean comes forwards. 3d4 plus 12. Alright, deals that much damage to this guy. This guy is now considered bloodied. Q.
Alright.
Oh, are you able to talk now? I just noticed the message.
Yeah, I'm good now.
Okay.
Which ones look hurt?
The ones closest to you and the most hurt between the two closest to Iskar would be the one in the middle. But the most hurt is the one closest to you.
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna cast Summon Celestial Spirit at 6th level.
All
And
right.
it's going to be classified as an Avenger. He's gonna basically appear off right here. He can fly.
Where? Oh, okay. Celestial, right?
Yeah, an angel.
Okay. Oh.
No, because that was playing your ally. This is a spirit, a celestial spirit, and it takes the form of an angel.
I think Ray means the guy that just doesn't want to do their job.
Right, I know.
That should give you a diva.
He has a bow and he's going to. Let me see. All right. Okay, he's got an AC of 7.
7.
I mean 17. Sephiroth, is that you? Oh yeah, he's a large creature, so that's good that you made the token big.
I mean, level 6 spell, I just assumed.
Yeah, it's a lot. He's a large celestial. He has an AC of 17. Sorry, I'm having it's their health and stats differ between what level spell you use. So constant. My spellcasting ability is it the that's the attack bonus, right? Yeah. So 9. He has 72 health.
Okay.
Alright. He is then going to attack this one up right here that is floating 3 times.
Crossbow?
No, it's a radiant bow.
Radiant bow.
Alright, D20 plus ranged weapon attacks 2 plus the spell's levels. So he's got a plus 8 to hit.
Mhm.
Alright. 15.
Does not hit. Does not hit. Does not hit.
Nah. Fuck you.
I didn't do anything. To be fair, though, everyone's been missing for the first 2 attacks, and the last one hits. Well, that's not true. Ray didn't get a 3rd attack. Yeah.
I will then cast Bless on myself, Zen, Ray, and Mortha. No, just myself, Zen, and Ray. Because I'm only going to use a 3rd level. I mean, 1st level. And then I just realized I don't know if I have any I do. No, I don't. No, I don't. Never mind. No, I guess I don't cast the bless because none of the people I bless could attack for the ability.
Okay.
Because Iskar's too far away. Morthos is melee. So okay, so I would have gotten there from where I was. Okay. And I'll just don my mace and shield and basically wait.
All right. I was about to say Morthos, but technically Morthos is me. I'm sure he has a long range attack.
Eldritch Blast.
Morthos runs forwards. I should have had his character sheet up beforehand. Looks at it. Casts a Eldritch Blast. That's 1. That's 2. 2 hits.
He gets 1 more.
That is not. Oh, because it's the wrong account. That's 8. And then 1 more. Oh. Also hits. It didn't do a lot. He is hurt still, but, didn't die. Iskar.
Yes. Shooting this man in the face.
Okay.
Trying to. Shotguns, close quarters. It's kind of worth. It's kind of their whole deal.
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be. That does not hit.
Part. There-ish. Move a little bit. I'll shoot at this one.
29 does hit. That one looks heavily bleeding. From what you can tell, the shotgun blast does get a good chunk of their meat and flesh and bone out of them. Thankfully enough, they are made out of that. So, it strikes true. They are heavily bleeding and now considered bloodied. They're not dead, but it took a while to get there.
I'll use the rest of my movement sliding. It's a double barrel shotgun, but Zold is doing the thing where he's double reloading at every single time, like the slugs between his knuckles. And as I slide into place there, I will take another shot at this one directly south of.
All right. Does hit. Well, aiming towards them, I'm just gonna say you do this even though you don't. You run, jump in the air, blink out of existence, come back 5 feet on top of them. You land on them on their wings. They turn back, and while they turn back with your shotgun, you blast them immediately in the face, causing them to go down. The wind current and how they're moving allows your speed to be reduced to simply roll over or jump, do a flip, and land on the bridge without too much issue. The individual now is headless on the ground, motionless. Any movement?
No, I used all my movement.
Okay. Right.
Well, I guess I made one more attack so I could make
a 10
foot forward.
Sure.
Sure, I'll move back that way. So that's actually kind of a cool cinematic piece. I slide into place and take a shot, and then mist erupts, and I'm 10 feet back. It looks like I'm lagging.
A little bit, yeah. Ray.
So I noticed earlier that my firebolt wand is doing 2d10 damage. Is it supposed to, or does it have damage dice progression like the cantrip version?
It would have damage dice progression depending on how many charges you're using.
Okay, I didn't know it had charges.
It's like a finite amount. There's 10 charges, but it doesn't go away. How should I phrase this properly? Okay, so you can cast it no matter what. It will still be in there. You can cast it as much as you want, but there are 10 charges to upcast. I don't think I explained that beforehand.
I don't think I'm understanding at all.
Okay, you know how you upcast with spell slots?
Yes.
Mhm.
I thought that was a rhetorical question, yes.
Oh. Okay. Well, basically you just expend another charge to upcast it to level 1, another charge to level 2, so on and so forth, up till level 5.
What does it get?
Okay, but firebolt is a cantrip.
Yes.
It only has 4 different versions.
See what happens. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, I'm gonna try shooting the one in the middle there.
Okay. Does hit. Just your spell, correct?
Yeah, that's my spell.
With a firebolt, you immediately lunges towards them. With that weird sensation, Iskar, you shot the creature down, basically phase back into the position you were at, and then immediately between that mark, you see a firebolt go straight through your semi kind of person that was there beforehand, but not really there, an after image, if you will, and goes straight through and just makes it completely disappear. Aiming straight towards the other creature, it barrels in, and the fireball does sink in. Thankfully enough, it's already been bloodied. It's been hurt worse. Another attack like that, or maybe two, will take it completely down.
And then I'm gonna use my wand and try and hit him again.
19 definitely has hit.
And that'll be it for me.
Okay. Thankfully enough, they haven't completely died yet. To you guys. So this one swoops down, grabs his bow, comes over here, takes aim at Iskar with a +9. Does 18 hit?
It will not know.
Okay. It will then. It'll try to do it again, but they haven't been rolling well. That's even worse. I'm not even gonna ask you if it hits. That one's dead. Then comes over and heals that one guy. Yeah, with her modifier, even if I roll a 1, he's fully healed now. The last one will come towards Iskar, swoop down, bring out their scimitar, and with a +9, we'll try to swing in. Does a 26 hit?
Yes.
All right.
If it's hitting the Tarrasque, it will probably hit me.
Well, I rolled the lowest possible, so you only get dealt 10. I can do math.
I'm proud of you. Especially when the math is already done for you.
Yeah. The guard looking towards the area sees that Iskar's in trouble. Like a good guard, he will protect the citizens of said kingdom. Oh, wait, that's he only has a +4, so that's a 14. That does not even hit. Well, that's a 13. That does not even hit more. The other guy will try to hit. He's been healed up. He's ready. He's primed. But he sucks. Cerulean, using her. Yeah, I'll just have her use that wand again. 4d4 spread apart. +12. Magic missiles shoot out from her wand. Oh, let's see. Divided in half, that is 13. Both of these guys look very beat up and worn and torn. They could easily die of another attack like you guys are seemingly enough doing. So long as you hit. Q. So long as you hit.
Alright, the Celestial's gonna go take 3 attacks.
Alright, sounds good.
1 at this one at the moment.
That does hit.
Okay, so 2d6 plus 2 plus 6. $11 points of damage.
Well, taking aim towards this creature, your Celestial binds in their weapon, drives it in home directly into the abdomen of this creature. It sinks in and immediately a large amount of blood loss due to the puncture wound and then it coming back out from its back. I forget what that's called. I'm sure one of you does know what that means. The arrow completely goes through into the river and then immediately Yes, exit wound. Thank you. Falls down to the ground, motionless. You still have 2
Alright.
attacks.
Yeah, then he's gonna attack this one. Nope.
It's not hit. 23 does it.
15.
All right. With your last attack, it seems like an NPC. Well, it is your controlled NPC. Aims directly at it with its temple marked. It sinks in, drives it in, and back out through the exit wound. Yeah, I was right. Never mind. Thought I was wrong. It pierces through, and it immediately lands on the ground, motionless. Even if that didn't take it out, it being 20 feet in the sky, the falling damage would take it out immediately. And essentially, combat is over. Surprisingly enough, I think that was harder than the, 20 battalion group I sent at you guys last time.
What?
You guys kept missing, is what I'm saying.
That feels real bad. So these weird-looking creatures, what do they have anything on them?
Yes, they have 2 scimitars on them. Each deal 1d8 plus. Sorry, motorcycle. And my cat. Plus your modifier damage. The modifier is strength. So, if it's a weapon to you, you can have it if you want. Each of them brandish 2. Another one seems to have. All 3 seem to have bone longbows. Like, quite literally made out of the bones themselves. The arrows themselves are just common arrows you can find anywhere. But the bone bows are weird. They're very archaic looking. They're very gruesome looking. It's not a good look for anyone that's going to carry these things. Yes, longbow. Did I say brown?
No, it's making a joke on longbow and it being made out of bone.
Oh. Well, I'm stupid. Fair. Yeah, it's a very creepy looking thing. Other than that, they do have loincloth if you want to, take that.
No, I was more hoping to see if they had like paper or like orders of some sort on them.
Looking, scratching around, looking through their stuff. No, just weaponry. If they were given orders, it was verbally or something else.
Does anyone know what these things are?
Based on all of your guys' backgrounds, Iskar or Morthos can roll history. Well, no, Ray reads a lot. Ray, roll history as well. And I will roll for Morthos. Oh, you both did well. Not bad. Well, let me take a look. Because quite honestly, I only thought one of you would roll well, but all of you rolled decently. From what you can tell, these strings are strange. You do not find them here, obviously. Whatever these things are, they're similar in nature to how Ray has their familiar. These things have to be summoned here or have to be able to branch out through some other means. In some cases, these things go through portals or the like, often and not found through stable portals through the hell abyss or whatever you people like to call them. They are known as Popobala. Popobala. You detect a portal roughly half a mile away.
The Easter.
Oh,
Which
the way you're heading. It's just not in the route you're taking. It's like separate to the left. Like, it won't follow the same path if you decide to go that way. It's not completely out of your route, but it's not on your route.
Well, they don't know that because they don't have the map, but I'll tell them anyway. Everyone, these things come through stabilized portals, and I can sense that it's near. Would anyone be not okay with a small detour?
I'm fine with tracking down where these came from.
Such a weird name.
You?
Q, can you talk?
Hmm?
Oh,
Are you okay with doing a quick sidetrack to shut down this portal?
Yeah,
Or see
sorry.
what's going on with it?
Yeah, I'm here. I gotta go grab something to help me wake up. I'm sorry, I fell asleep right there. Sorry, I'm here, but yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Marthos, it seems you're also completely amicable to whatever the party is doing today.
they
Very
nod.
odd. Yeah, weird.
I apologize, guys. Sorry about that.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. It happens.
But yeah, I'll start leading everyone in the direction that I sense to the portal. Then
All right.
I'll tell the guards that they might want to head back at this point.
They nod in turn. In unison. Well, not in unison because that'd be creepy.
It's like not like, hey, it's nothing against you two. I'm sure you're great, but this is clearly outside of your duties.
They nod and move away. Apparently, not everyone can be a John. One of them did hit once. It's how you figured out the AC, but after that, they could not hit for the life of them.
We figured out AC turn 1. Literally, I rolled 16, 17, neither hit.
Yeah, and then the guard hit.
told us 18 hit the first time.
And then I was like, oh, actually, I didn't have bless. That was never the problem. We always knew.
Yeah. Fair enough. So you head towards the detour?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, the Celestial's coming with us. Because he's here for an hour.
Okay, you guys now have a one-wing... Oh, wait, that's not Sephiroth. That's
Don't make the joke. Don't make the
Evangelion.
joke.
Damn it. I didn't even make the correct joke. Alright. You have an angel with you. You would be here. Oh, the map's flipped upside down. I suppose it doesn't matter. The general location is there. Anyways, looking about and wandering through the area, you can ultimately find the weird place that you're sensing, Zold. Iskar, your name changed. Moving to the south. No, this is going to confuse me for the life of me.
I've changed it on everything. I don't know what else I can do to help everyone.
Give us time.
There. Map corrected.
Try.
Iskar, moving forwards, you can tell that the weird entrance area is exactly where you're meant to go. Based on your own connection to the world, you can sense the portal through yonder. However, you don't know what lies there. You don't know if these three were the only three things that were sent through the portal, or specifically it's going into hell itself. You do know, however, that they came from this area, or something pushed them through the area. Do you guys enter?
I'm going to take a look at the structure to see if I recognize the architecture.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll Van Gogh. / investigate.
Did you just say
He
Van
was a
Gogh?
painter.
It was supposed to be a bad joke. Moving on.
Roll Da Vinci.
Yeah, yours made more sense, but I liked mine better. But yeah, investigation.
Fuck, we could have had the alliteration of roll Raphael. He at least did a little bit with architecture.
From what you can tell, the area itself doesn't seem to be bound to this location. Something got moved here. The architectural work and the way these things are patterned, it's nowhere near the same type of construction work that Isle constructs, which is your kingdom, or Mist, which is the kingdom you're currently fighting against. Whatever this thing is was made from a third party. Whoever that party is, you're not entirely sure. The architecture itself is sound, it's solid. In fact, the way it's framed, other than the breaking apart of some areas here and there, the clean parts seem to be very, very well crafted beyond what normal individuals would be able to do, especially at the level of intellect, technology, and techniques most people are able to do so. If it wasn't so archaic, it resembles your own base. It's too symmetrical to feel right, feel natural. The way it's symmetried from side to side, if you cut it in half, it would feel completely inorganic. So it's not Dwarven. The way it's so solidified, it's also not Elven, based on the simplicity of things. It's not human, based on it being so far into the woods, since there's so much of an overgrowth of trees. You don't know where this thing came from, but it's neither Mist or Isle. And since, your enemy came through this place, there's something sketchy about this.
I'll share a simplified version of that with the group.
Alright, basically
like
you have
a summary.
basically you have no idea where it's coming from. It's neither of the individuals you know of, either Mr. Isle or any of the ways architecturally the races of your kingdom build.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is there any like rune-ish or markings or any writing on this saying where it might have been, like who might have made it or where it might go?
With the 15, you can't honestly tell. Well, with race 15, you can't honestly tell. If they are, they're hidden well enough that you can't immediately see them. Even with your past perception, you can't see like inscriptions like at the bed of the door, or like at the bottom of your feet, or maybe if you pull on that sconce of fire and burn your hand, it's not behind that.
Anything on True Sight?
No, even with True Sight, you can't really tell. Like whatever is causing this is inside this building, not outside of this building.
Okay.
That being said, the size of the door, I guess your angel, if they crouch down and like super shimmy, could get through, but it'll just be extremely awkward.
I'll go in first. Let's just figure out what's going on.
All right. Anyone following suit? Cerulean is, by the way. But anyone else?
Is he going to tell us to wait outside, or just?
I'll let you know via rings if I can. If it's safe.
Well, are you telling us that you're
Yeah,
going in alone?
No, I'm just saying. Give me a moment. I'll check it out. Let you know if
Okay.
it's safe. Sorry, I didn't communicate that as well as I thought I did.
I'll wait outside for him then.
Hey, join the club. When I said last week that a mask was floating on top of a pond, well, puddle, you guys meant that it was floating up. You know what? I think I'm still mad at that. The way I translated it.
I clearly remember you saying floating above the pool. But yeah.
I meant floating on top. But yeah. Iskar, as you examine the area, you can tell inside it's completely decimated. Looking at the area, it almost looks fourth dimensional is the best way I can describe it. Some of the walls begin to shimmy downwards, stairs begin to cascade and move about. There are floating cubes when you look down at the edge, just flying and hovering. Like the entire place is shambles. You could probably hear that motorcycle. Anyways, there are 4 lights in the area, but a very big, distinctive light with a massive gemstone in the middle of it. There are 2 individuals too far away to see how they look like right now, but they are currently there. They aren't doing anything to the strange gemstone with pitch fire wrapped and over enveloping the giant stone, but they are still there, fully visible. They seem not to see you, but are almost expecting something.
I'll I'll let everyone know on the rings that it seems safe for now. But before right afterwards, I'll turn to Cerulean and say, "This kind of looks like the one room of your home."
It does. But the giant gemstone thing's new. It's possible it's another ley line section.
I'll get my rifle out and I'll look through the scope to see if I can't see anything closer.
Right. How far can your scope see?
Well, it doubled my range that was already doubled.
Oh, okay. Then you should be able to see this just fine.
So yeah, I don't know like what that does for me like distance wise, but I figured it would be enough.
I think the sniper rifle has like a max range of 1200, and then you doubled it, and then it doubled that. So
Yeah. Fair enough. Looking through your scope,
Who's
you do
that
see
NPC?
the 2 silhouettes no longer silhouetted, and you see these 2 waiting by the gemstone.
That person on the left has to go.
I
I don't care whose side they're on.
Looks like Mr. Wondertainment to me. That just screams the name. Are we there yet?
So after Iskar messages us, I'm gonna head down to try and catch up with them.
Same.
All right, I will not copy and paste you in. The giant celestial shimmies inside. It's fine. It's just super awkward.
You'll get over it.
I mean, he has to. You guys fall in the pit now. Easily enough, you make it there. The angel does not like being summoned by Q now. But that's neither here or there, and they can't really do a thing about it.
It's not a true angel. It's a spirit.
The spirit doesn't like to be summoned by Q now, but it's neither here or there, and they can't do anything about it. So yeah, too bad, so sad. Iskar, describing the information that you gave them, you can tell that it's a woman standing by the gemstone with a man that seems to have either a cloth wrapped around them, but the cloth seems more inert, if that makes any sense. Like it's there, but it's not.
Say that again.
The weird cloth that's wrapped or enveloping their eyes. It's weird. It kind of has like a staticky, inert sensation. Like you know it's there, but at the same time, it's not. It's like a hollow void point where something should be, but it's not. As if something was removed or something like that. It's the best feeling you have. Well, it's not a good feeling, but it's the best sensation I can describe for you.
I'll let the others know and say that we probably need to approach this with caution.
All right. I'm going to grab Zen by the shoulder and myself and cast Death Ward on both of us.
All right.
And then I will, let's see, is this concentration? Yes, it is. Is this concentration?
Probably.
No, it's not. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'm going to basically prepare to cast Otherworldly Form on myself at the first sight of combat.
It's probably gonna come from your side, but fair.
Doesn't it always?
Actually, surprisingly enough, not so far on this mission.
And actually, not so much historically speaking. We're actually really good about like waiting until negotiations have failed.
Mansion.
Well,
I
That
for
cave
the
we
most
went
part.
to.
for the most part, yeah.
Mansion. Lots of portals. Boom, 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 boom. No
You would have
speed.
done the same thing.
So, do you move forwards or completely skip out of this?
I'll go ahead and take a few steps forward.
All right. As you take a few steps forward, you're over here.
Basically walking with.
You're over here.
Oh boy. Awesome. Amazing. Fuck all sorts of this. Point within range 30 feet. I teleport there.
You're over here.
Oh my god. Fucking. Oh boy. I'll walk backwards here.
You're now on the bridge.
Perfect. I'll take one step forward.
You're over here.
A step to the left.
You're now over here.
Another step backwards.
You're over here.
Hey,
So has Q just been walking forward this whole time?
No, it's just I haven't had to move you because you're not close enough for to actually work. But you shout out "Hey," and the individual with the hat looks towards you. In the meantime, Ray, you've been observing this. Q has also been bouncing around left and back and forth, but they haven't been stating how they were moving, so I just didn't feel like doing the exact same thing because the exact same thing would happen. But I'm pretty sure Iskar knows exactly what's happening now. The woman with the hat then looks towards Iskar. Yes, can I help you?
Yes, actually. For what reason do you have a portal opened here?
Oh, I thought it would be the best way to invite you.
Well, we let ourselves in. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, no, not at all. In fact, that's the entire point of this little, how should I say, charade?
Is it a
So-
trap? You could say it's a trap, or an ambush.
No, it's
I
not
won't
an
get ang-
ambush or a trap. In fact, I would prefer you not to be angry, but overall, it's an invitation. I can understand where you're coming from. After all, the former individual that you had to deal with, part of our trio, our triad, was a little bit more unwelcoming. And I felt like
I-
this would be the best way to draw you in.
I assume you're talking about the late Anderson Foster.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm just gonna say Q also figured it out. I'm pretty sure it's easily knowable. You walk backwards. That's the entire thing. Anyways.
I figured it out the moment you said he moved when he walked back the very first time, and over here I was like, I knew it, so I was just waiting.
But she does state, yes, that one.
So what am I being invited to exactly? Or
Oh, a
what is this all
proposal.
for?
But I do need your entire team here.
Um, no. I think they are okay back there in case something happens.
Hmm.
Again, you'll forgive me, the last person of your order, I guess, was not the most sociable.
Well, I suppose that would make sense, yes. After all, I am trying to invite you to a little gala, a little event. But seeing as your prior history to people seems to be one of violence, I suppose it would make sense to you being weary. Well then, to the two of you here. My name is not necessary, but I'm pretty sure you know it already, as you have gathered
Wondertainment.
information. Yes, dear. Dr. Wondertainment, to be precise, I did not go to medical school for nothing. And this here is my associate, Mr. Stripes. Hey. Yes. We'll get to him in a moment. Now then, as it follows, I am in need, not dire need, but it'd be most beneficial to both of us if I, gather your services for a small little job.
And what would that be?
It seems that one of my, playthings got broken not too long ago. I believe you might have found or met them. It was roughly 8 feet tall, blue scaled, had horns, and can be revived again and again with as much fun and entertainment as one would want.
Yes. I am familiar with this thing.
Oh, good. I thought you might want to lie. I don't really like liars. Well, as it so happens, they weren't keeping control of many of my wonderful toys and inventions while nestled into their chair. Unfortunately, though, that chair has now. Well, the connection to the chair, to be precise, has now broken. And someone else had decided to take up the throne. It isn't a comfortable chair, I will mind you, so it was not to be unexpected. But for it to happen so soon, well, that in lies the problem. You see, the person that took it over will not remove themselves from the chair, as it has passed the time of over 24 hours. And unfortunately for me, I only learned of it 5 hours ago. And with their over observance on some of the creatures, and she wouldn't say creatures, over the uh, control of some of my toys, I cannot, for the conscious of me, go and eradicate my own products. I would
And
use the Mist Forces, of course, but currently I am keeping them at bay.
why would we help you? You seem someone who would parlay with that Foster individual. I don't think you incompetent enough to think our goals would ever align.
Oh no, they would not. In fact, they would not. But I will tell you this. As it stands right now, they do. The chair needs to be vacated, and after all, if a. I will tell you who, I suppose, took it over. I had a boy here, brought to me as they were able to adapt and amplify a few gifts. While they weren't looking, the said boy jumped around, moved, and hid. My little inventions thought they were playing hide and
I
seek.
activate my otherworldly form and start walking backwards to indicate I'm walking towards him. Or her.
Okay. Pop, pop, pop.
I sprout spectral wings. And, mechanically wise, is it a bonus action to refill from my charges?
What do you mean?
From my rod to refill my spell slot. Is it a bonus action?
To refill it, like to imbue a spell slot into it.
No, to take some of the points from its charges and refill one of my spell slots. Is it a bonus action, free action, what?
It would be outside of game, just a regular thing you can do. In combat, it would be a bonus action.
Okay, before I'm not in combat, so I'm basically casting the otherworldly form, walking up, and I've refilled my 6th level spell slot, and I've got like 3 charges left in the. No, let's see. Yeah, I've got 3 charges left.
Mr. Stripes, if you would. All right then. Which one was this again? I believe they called them Miss Quincy Bishop. All right, Miss Quincy Bishop. Quincy Bishop. All right. Q, go ahead and roll an intelligence save. You just had to roll lower. Immediately as they say your name, your form, the observance, and the way you're structured, the wings immediately die out. For the moment, and just the
Freebie.
moment. Okay. I'm going to describe what was actually going to happen, but then the freebie happens.
I say in my head as it starts to take effect, protect me from his mind-altering abilities or whatever.
Okay. I'm going to say the right thing. As this is happening, as your immediate being begins to go away, you feel that the observance of the skill, the way you've trained, the way you've honed it, immediately gets wiped out. With the freebie, it gets rewritten in. So nothing happens essentially, but this person immediately just depowered you with a thought.
Mm-hmm. Harm.
Well,
I think negotiations have failed. I don't think it was my fault either.
oh
This
no,
time.
we'll still discuss things. I just want to see what you do with this case.
Oh, and the harm's on Wondertainment.
It immediately fails. You can redirect it towards the guy, but you sense no target there.
Oh, okay. So yeah, then I would have targeted it to them. So they need to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
Nope.
With a con of 4,
No,
15.
he fails.
Cool.
He fails, so he takes 39 points of necrotic damage. And his max health is reduced by 39, and he cannot regain that max health for at least an hour.
All right.
And I will get right in his face.
Okay. Well, that was your group's freebie. Everyone go ahead and roll turn order.
Yeah. I wanted to save the freebie for something really, but that was needed. I did not want to get wiped out of existence. So, why are you rolling turn order for Wondertainment if they're not here?
Don't worry about it.
Can my angel see them from back there?
Like your team?
Yeah, can the angel see? Because he's got the bow, and he's got the same range as Zold.
Like distance-wise, yes.
All right.
All right. Cerulean did not roll well. I honestly don't know why I did not put Cerulean next to you guys. It would make sense for her character, but I forgot. Zen also rolled poorly. Okay. Q.
All right. I then let me post this spell in chat so I have it or wait. Reference real quick because okay, so I have a +8 to my bonus. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure for future. Let's see. All right. I'm going to take 2 swings with the Holy Mace. 27.
Hits.
Does it? Okay. That's the damage. Hold on a second. I think that's a part of my ability. 1 second. Yeah, okay, that is my. I did add it to my character sheet. Okay. Excuse me, sorry. And the next attack. 28.
Does hit. Also, Iskar, that's staff. I typoed.
No worries.
Oh, so it's there, not there.
Or is it there?
There's the damage. I will then bless myself and Iskar, as we're the only 2 in range, and then I will command myself to attack again. 27.
Does hit.
+4. Yes. It's only doing 1d6. The 2d6 is if a construct.
It says an extra 4d6 if it's a construct, though. Oh, when you roll a 20.
When I roll a
My
20.
bad.
When I roll a natural 20. Plus, if I wanted to, I could use my bonus action to make do 2d10 points of radiant damage, but I used it to cast Bless to attack again, so
Yeah.
that hit.
That being said, now that I think about it, I'm going to ask Zold this because he would probably have the most information. Would you classify the Little Misters as constructs?
Oh.
That's a really hard question. They are made. They are 100% created. There is one that is definitely more inorganic than the others.
So he's a construct.
Like, now I'm reevaluating their, he's human. Like, specifically, they are, but
They
they're
are
also
like human.
made.
They're like literally like Mewtwo, like genetically grown.
So are they technically constructs? Because then if so, you need to add 6 points of damage also.
I'm gonna say in this
Oh.
purpose, no. Due to the fact that this guy specifically is mainly organic. Like, maybe some of them, yeah. But this guy, no. But now I have to think on that. Philosophical questions for another time. All right. You do hit, manage to hit well.
Then let me go back to this page. Then there's the radiant, the bow. He's going to take 3 shots at this guy that I'm attacking.
Mhm.
Nope. 20.
20, thankfully enough, just barely hits.
Okay. So 6. 19 points of radiant damage from the one the radiant bow. And I think that's my turn.
All right.
How much damage did I do? 22. No, wait, no. 12, 24. $43 points of damage myself. Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good. The woman looks towards you, Q, and simply stating, "Well then, it seems that you are not exactly the talking type. You know, this is why I created a little miss. Maybe you like to break toys, but I am not fond of that. Let's go see if your other companions have something to say." She then begins to moonwalk and then disappears. And reappears.
Do I get a reaction?
This is
Oh wait,
technically,
I already used it. Never mind.
I was also gonna say, this is technically like disappearing, like what Zold does when he attacks people. But I'll think about that next time you have a reaction. She technically did have to move. Looking towards the rest of the gang, she then looks towards. Let's see. She has documents on each of you. I think she'd go with the more learned. That'd either be Zen or Cerulean, but not Zen or Cerulean. Zen or Ray, but I think Ray has a better education. Looking towards Ray, the woman who technically you know as Dr. Wondertainment, but has actually not given you their name, but you know it, so I'm just going to give it to you, simply states towards you, Ray. Now then,
Dr. Wondertainment?
yes. Oh, thank you. The last person I spoke with did not have monikers connected to my name.
Yes, well, unfortunately, we're here to remove you.
I did have a proposal for you, if it's more to your liking. I'd rather not break anything if I don't have to. I also just noticed Iskar's comment. So what do you say? We can still negotiate things. I am not one for violence myself. So long as it's not needed, or it doesn't bring a smile to someone's face.
Well, if you're willing to turn yourself over to the organization, I suppose we may be able to work something out.
How about a compromise? If you can get your friends to stop attacking, once this situation is clear, me and mine will go back to the world we once belonged to. It is the best I can do. Your world will no longer have to deal with me and mine, while you and yours get everything. Think it over. The individual known as Mr. Stripes looks at Q. They're not exactly fond of you. So I will try to do their effect again. With any luck, for them specifically, it'll work this time. What was that?
What does I need to do?
Just give me a second.
Bye, guys. It's nice knowing you.
I have to roll a d20. My mouse is acting up again. Sorry.
Oh, Zen's gonna be pissed.
Come on, mouse. You can do it. I could roll the physical mouse, but at this point, I feel like it'd be cheating if I don't show you the roll.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Roll the physical.
Well,
mouse.
I rolled the 1. Nothing happens. Like, you don't even have to roll. He just completely forgot who you were. Who were you again? Very well then. They bring out what appears to be... To you, it looks like a toy. To Zold, his car, it looks like a new weapon. In actual reality, it's a Tommy gun. It's like a Nerf Tommy gun, but, you know, specifically, it's still dangerous.
The JoJo attack.
This attack does have a plus 12 to it. So I'm going to see if I can't roll with my stylus. Does a 21 hit?
Nope.
Nice. Zold, roll for dexterity save. Nice. The Tommy gun flies through the air. Q is able to move, dodge around. This is an all or nothing attack. So if it doesn't hit, none of the bullets hit you. However, anything within 30 feet of it in a cone can potentially get hit. Thankfully enough, all or nothing attack means that if you pass it, you don't get hit. Iskar immediately moves back and forth. The weird Nerf-like implements go in the area and then explode as soon as they hit something. Once they hit the ground, they implode, explode. It's very dangerous, if not comically awkward. Iskar.
Iskar, unknowingly summoning up his best Michael Jackson impersonation, moves, and then if things work correctly, I end up like back here, right?
Depends on how you moved. Oh, you follow the same patterns. Yes, you do.
Yeah. Again, Michael Jackson impersonation was the hint. I am going to try to steal the doctor's staff cane thing.
Okay.
Just accepted a dogma. We're going to kill another one of your characters.
You can try.
I don't know what you want me to roll for that.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was waiting for your roll. This would basically be a grapple check, so your athletics versus their athletics or acrobatics.
Sure.
Plus, do your bonus. Bless.
Bless does not get added.
That's saving throw. I thought I corrected myself.
Plus their modifier, it's not enough to beat a 29.
God, I hope not.
I could lie to you and say it's close, but no.
Yeah, he's got a 24 modifier.
Right.
It's the strongest person imaginable.
Looking towards you, Ray, they go, think it over. Like, with their top hat, they bow, gesture towards you, have their cane in the back, on their back, like a showman would, and in that instance, Iskar just immediately jumps behind them and slips it through their hands.
Yoink!
With my second attack, I would like to crack the cane over my knee, breaking.
Okay, I feel like this would be athletics, because you're trying to use your strength to break it with your knee.
Sure.
See, the knee is the wrong way to do it. You put one end on the ground and stomp on the middle of it.
With your knee, you crack it. It's not completely broken, but the next time you do so, it will break.
We're gonna do something a little awkward.
Okay. Ethereal step. Okay. So you're going into the ethereal plane?
Yes.
Okay. As you go into your ethereal plane, you see the way this area works now. Moonwalking will get you to any location you want to go. Going to the right will get you to the left. Going to the left will get you to the right. Going forwards will get you backwards, and going backwards will get you forwards. It's pretty simple.
What about going up and down? Just reversed.
Oh, yeah, reverse.
Wait, so wouldn't just walking forward just make you walk in place?
Essentially.
So with that in mind, I'll walk. I guess it would be orientation-wise, it would be forwards, but then it makes me go like back here, right?
Yes.
And then
Like the easiest way to cheat this map is just to moonwalk.
I'll end my turn back into normal material plane.
Ray.
Well, I don't know why Zold is doing it, but I'm gonna not Zold. Iskar is doing it, but I'm gonna imitate him to try and get closer to him so I don't have to shout as loud.
You saw him moonwalk. Not moonwalk. You saw him walk backwards. You did not see him moonwalk. Okay. So you move forwards.
Iskar, Mr. or Dr. Wondertainment has an offer for us that I think you should probably hear. But they'll only hear us out if we stop fighting their associate.
I'm okay with hearing them out. I'm not giving the cane back quite yet, though.
Okay, that wasn't included in the offer, so I guess that's okay.
You look back. They nod.
I'll nod back to Zol and say, yeah. And I'll end my turn and hope Q is done fighting.
At the end of your turn, you remember his name is Iskar. On Morthos' turn, I want to see if he knows how to moonwalk. No, he doesn't. He's smart enough to go forwards, to go back, and back to go forwards. So he's just gonna get closer to Ray, and that'll be his turn. As soon as my mouse wants me, lets me do that. I'm glad I got a new mouse. I'm just gonna say, I'm just sad that it hasn't arrived yet.
I got a same thing. I got a new mouse coming in. Won't be here till Wednesday.
Since Ray basically took the lead on this, everyone soon follows after. Well, let's see if everyone follows soon after. Q.
I heard.
Push them into the pit.
It's a giant stone.
That just means there's something for him to hit on the way down.
How is he looking?
He's hurt. He's not dead. He's not near death's door, like, at all.
3/4, 2/4.
Like, the best way I can describe it is if you push this like I feel like you could do this by accident. No, no, he wouldn't. Like when you fall accidentally as a child and scuff your knee, it's like that bad. How he's looking.
Right, Ray. So he's not getting hurt at all.
95%. But yeah, Q.
I'm trying to make a decision as Q, not as a player with the knowledge I have. So Q heard Ray, right?
I think Ray was shouting at his car, so yeah.
Okay, I guess Q's gonna stop.
Okay. The doctor moonwalks and goes right here. Due to the fact that you stopped attacking, Mr. Stripes nods. Ray, your math isn't completely wrong. Or maybe he has some type of resistances. In this moment in time, he does moonwalk, but he moonwalks away from you, Q, giving you an attack of opportunity.
I follow suit.
To be specific, he could also have resistances or immunity.
To radiant damage.
Certain types of damages, who's to say? I'm just giving you information that you have. You can make speculations as much as you will. He could have an abundance of a lot of HP, or just very good nullifiers. You know, take it as you will. But its car, unless you're attacking, that's basically combat.
I'm not attacking quite yet.
Like you can keep your guard up, have your gun open.
I have the staff in hand right now. Guns
Yes.
on my back.
Oh, I do have a guiding bolt, 5th level guiding bolt charged and ready to go if any tries anything.
I like how Ray. Hey, there might be a deal we can hash out, and everyone else, just in case. Fire. Come on, Mass. You can do it. Saying like this isn't loud. Well, I didn't hear anything, so guess it's not. Good enough. Looking towards you, Wondertainment observes your team. Well then, it seems that a new rising sun is upon all of us. As I had mentioned before I was rudely interrupted, it seems that we might be able to benefit one another. Regardless of what you think of me, regardless of what you think of the people I have worked for, have allied myself with, pardon. No matter what you may think of me, sorry, I was just reading what Ray had. Put in the chat. Regardless of what you may think of me, it seems that we are able to help one another. According to the last sent message from the plant I had in, well, I'm sure you know by now, as you have taken it over, the little workshop, that you and yours took care of things there. And that you were looking for people. And I do believe this might be one of the people you were looking for. Now, I am not going to say or take back the actions I have done, but you can right the wrongs I have made. And in doing so, I will leave your world, take away the things I have brought here, and you, your children, your children's children's children. I don't know how old you are in this dimension, but you can play along as you will without me intervening.
And you won't come back?
Well, I won't, but I cannot verify if the next doctor will.
I won't damn someone else just to save ourselves.
And what do you mean by that?
You're unhinged. You're not right. I will not send you back to a place to torment it simply so that we can spare ourselves. I refuse.
That does make a lot of sense for the child of night. But, regardless of your own lineage, I will state this. I will have most of my... Well, I did say to bringing him back into the world I belong to. In that world, many, many, many of my wonderful toys have been gathered and collected. Not all of them are harmful, mind you, but a good amount have already been secured, contained, to have that world protected. And I'll tell you what, to make things even better for you, the Night Child. I will not make anything that will be dangerous to another being. Just pure entertainment. From here on, as so long as I hold said title. Then they look towards your team. Is that agreeable to all?
Sorry, I spaced out there for a sec.
It's fine.
What did we have to do in exchange?
Simply remove said child from the throne. You can use any means you may ensue. Either have that angel over there, pointed in the background, come about and stab them through the back. I just had to use the meme for my description. Or simply remove them and forcibly do so. They themselves can no longer remove themselves from said chair. The only way the Dragonborn could is because I infused their soul into the chair. But someone broke the stone. That left a vacuum in power, and then accidentally, mind you, it was not me, but the child themselves, ran away, hid behind the chair, and then got stuck. It is unlucky for both of us, but it's the most beneficial for you.
Why did a child even have access to such a chair?
Many of my toys are not the brightest. They thought they were playing hide and seek. And, you know, whenever a child plays hide and seek, anything goes.
Question, Ray. Your telepathic thing, is that 8 hours or 1 hour?
I think it's 8 hours. I can check real quick.
Throughout this entire thing, it's like been 45 minutes. So if it is an hour, you have time still.
Oh, it's only an hour.
But we still have the telepathic link?
Yeah, for like the next 5 minutes.
I basically gonna ask Zold, like, he, in my opinion, he needs to die for even putting the kid in that situation. But I don't know what to do.
All right, Shauna, any thoughts?
Well, I think trying to remove the child from this chair would probably be the easier of our options for now.
Yes, but if we do that and he leaves, we won't have. He does not need to exist.
Well, until we can find out where they actually are, then we don't really have a way of dealing with this Dr. Wondertainment. And it sounds like if we do get rid of them, there'll just be another one real soon.
The staff is what's preventing them from being harmed.
Well, whatever you decide, I'll follow your lead.
Zold.
Why do you do this to me?
I mean, Iskar.
While you're discussing things in your minds, Dr. Entertainment looks towards you guys. Well, while you guys are pentively discussing things, I'm assuming in your mind, or you do like what I do and monologue in there, the Child of Night, the Fractured Soul, and the no wait, there's a specific wording they would use for Ray.
Nerd?
No, it's a specific thing that actually associates with your character.
Who's the fractured soul? Morthos?
Yeah, there's no way that's not Morthos.
Man,
I don't know why the fuck my moniker is so goddamn evil, but
anyways,
You're the Child of Night.
I can't remember the specific names, and I can't find it in my notes because my mouse does not want to work. I'm just gonna make up a name, and I'll put it as a footnote later. The Child of Night, the Fractured Soul, the Oscariot Library, and the Frost Child. There are others like you, roaming around, protecting the world.
Frost Child.
And let's not forget those two behind you.
I break the staff.
You break the staff. Immediately, the spell that was intertwined just goes away. It like confetti. It like breaks and like confetti pops out. It's like. You can tell that the spell intertwined in it is gone.
How's Wondertainment react to that?
They clap. With that, however, Zen and Cerulean state, well, not in unison, but basically in the same type of language. What do you mean by that? Zen, looking towards Zen, he states, "Well, while you aren't one of mine, you were designed in the same fashion. After all, your gods won't allow a drow and an elf to procreate. It needed a little, how should I say, inventive circumstances. I could perhaps lead you to the one that did it. Soulless one. And you, miss. Don't think I don't see those strings attached to all those gods. How can you see that? Oh, I have my ways, I have my ways. But I can also see the duality of souls within your beating body. And I will tell you this. I can see the name that resides within you. The one you used to be. The one tying you to your history. I can also perhaps guide you to where you once began. Think it over, or keep monologuing in your mind. I do not know what you're doing. They then take out a Rubik's Cube and begin to try to solve it. Stripes is just there, completely puzzled.
Okay, out of character right now. I get this sickening feeling that you don't want us to do something here, Dogma.
You can do what you want.
No, I mean, like, I'm getting the vibes of I've felt like this before in a D&D game, and I want to know if you've
If you want
sorry.
to kill them, go ahead and kill them.
I'm getting the vibes of Railroad.
No, I'm just giving you more information on what has actually happened in your own history.
Okay.
Like, some of you can probably tell what is going on, others might not be able to. Specifically with, I'm just gonna, like, add a game. Specifically something tying in with Zold's history is why they keep referring to them as the Child of Night. With Cerulean, she is bound to something else, a separate connection that only she and Zold know. She doesn't know who that individual is or what her primary soul was. In actual mythology, or D&D mythology specifically, drows and elves like don't mesh together. Specifically, the gods won't allow it. You already know Morthos' case. The library, you don't specifically know what Ray has, but I was working with the basic stuff that, sorry, Ray, you gave me.
I know mine's because of Mab.
Yes. I am not trying to railroad you. Do whatever you want. Kill them if you can. Run away if you cannot. Try to kill them anyways, or do what other. Is it just me giving you more information? Okay, back in game. Rubik's Cube.
What do you guys think?
I can't, in good conscience, let them terrorize any plane or reality. If they're opening portals, can't allow that either.
If we continue this, some of us will die.
Doctor,
Yes.
that moniker, why are you calling me it?
I'm not exactly sure if it's you or your brother that's actually the child of night, if I'm gonna be perfectly honest.
I don't have a brother.
Step brother? Well, regardless of that, you have something bound on you that has been. How should I say this? Given as a gift by a Fae touched. Fae 1, some summer court, womanizer. Woman, uh, like, takes out a monocle and looks at you, puts it back. Yes, yes, yes. Fae woman of the courtliness? Very beautiful, very ornate. Uh, it doesn't really go into nighttime there. So if womanizer woman. So if one was to actually give you such a gift, it means you meant more than the stars themselves to them. Such a beautiful notation, wouldn't you agree? And the reason why I called you a child of night, it's because it's been on you or been in you from quite some time ago. And if you're like most humans in my world, I'm sure it was either in your early stages of life, or maybe teens. Although that connotation does have different meanings where I come from, but I feel like it's appropriate for you. If you'd like to know, I can also give you the information as, not part of the negotiations. Tell you what the symbol means. I'm sure you're more than curious. Oh, sorry. Ray's was the Akashic Records. Sorry. Not library.
The Akashki records.
I don't know how to specifically pronounce it, so I'm just going to butcher it. Akashic Records. Since you don't say anything, Iskar, she just continues to do the Rubik's Cube.
Would I know anything about that term?
Uh, roll history. You know, it's something you should know. Some history, some lore. It's just not coming to you right now. It's just a very confusing moment.
I'll have to find a book and do some research on it.
I'm just conflicted, guys, because I agree with you, Hunts, but I know for a fact that some of us are probably gonna die, and we're not gonna be able to bring them back.
And like always, at 2 hours 4 minutes, OBS had decided to stop streaming. It's a good thing it's still recording though.
Cerulean and Zen, what do you two think?
Personally, this is Cerulean speaking. I think this is rather creepy. I'd rather not deal with them more than I have to. I'll discover my own reasons for what I am. Zen then states, I honestly don't care. I already know what I am. Regardless of how I was born, I'm still me.
Yes, you are. The most beautiful thing on this planet.
She flirtatiously winks. As best she can.
Probably
And I
not the time for this.
She flirtatiously winks. Okay-ish. It's not great, but it's okay.
No, I know. But I mean, if we do fight them, Zold, I'm with you on that. They need to die. But I know I could from exchanging blows and nearly being erased from existence just now, a second ago.
Specifically, your
No.
ability was being erased, not you.
Oh, so he was dispelling my magic, basically.
No, it was far worse than that.
Getting rid of your class?
The best way I can phrase this is he went into your character sheet and deleted what you did.
What do you mean what I did?
Like removing the spell.
From my spell list, he can't.
Yeah, he can. He's an NPC.
No, I mean like unless he can alter the fact what the gods give me. Because I only know the spell because of the god. I didn't learn.
I'm just telling you what he's doing, buddy. Yeah. What level are you guys?
Yeah,
12?
You'll be dealing with
12.
some very dangerous things at this point.
We're in the big boy club. Wait, are we 12?
Yeah, we're 12.
Honestly, you might be 13, depending on how this goes.
Huh. Oh, that's why it's not showing up correctly, is because it doesn't show my multi-class. Weird.
All right. I'm sorry, but I can't stand for his comments and everything.
I'm glad you're making the decision and not me, because I feel like I've made too many of these decisions, and I really didn't want to do it again.
Guiding bolt 5th level at Dr. Wondertainment.
Everyone, go ahead and roll a turn order. That will be your freebie for everyone. I think at this point it would be Iskar's turn. But go ahead and roll. Guiding bolt. Oh, Iskar, it's the same initiative.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Sorry, I thought you meant like redo initiative.
Oh, no, I meant like on initiative round, it would be your start.
Okay.
16.
Wondertainment?
Yeah.
It does it.
It does?
Yeah.
Alright.
You sound surprised.
Uh, 33.
With a good shot directly towards their face.
Oh yeah, I was aiming for the face.
Yeah, I assumed. Yeah, you've had enough of this person. You launch a guiding bolt directly towards them. It hits them, drops their hat. They don't die, but you can tell that they're very, very hurt. Not bloodied, but a lot worse than Mr. Stripes was doing,
He's not a combatant per se.
per se. They pick up their hat, dust it off. Well then! Negotiations!
Have failed. I finish his statement for him.
Iskar.
They have failed indeed. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna swap over to my explosive rounds.
Hey, real quick, I have to step away from the computer.
Mhm.
I'll still be able to hear, but if it gets back to my turn before I get back, I'll approach either one of them and do melee attacks.
All right.
So
Iskar, do you still have bless on you?
yes, he
Yes.
still has bless.
Bless got recasted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just needed to put the icon on there. Okay. 14 on who?
Wondertainment.
Hits. Zold, how do you want to take him down?
Weird backwards run. And then just the shotgun falls up under their chin and creates a very messy scene.
If it wasn't for the weird backwards run, it would look amazing, but it just looks goofy, which honestly, facing this guy will look that way. You backwards run towards them. You immediately flip your weapon underneath their chin. Do the weird wink that Zen did just to throw him off. And like she does, was going to say something, but you're having none of that today. And blast directly towards them. It's gruesome, it's violent, and negotiations have truly failed. Their body hits the ground, and so does their hat. Any movement? Oh, wait, you just moved. Bonus action.
Thinking I still have an attack.
Yeah, you also still have the attacks, but I'm just asking.
Just spin and I'll fire another shot at Stripes.
All right.
I'm gonna Hunter's Hex Stripes.
Mm-hmm. It does hit. With your shotgun, you directly aim towards them, cast Hunter's Hex beforehand. Weirdly enough, that reverberates in the air. You're not sure why. Your gun then immediately blasts through the actual air itself. In that friction of a moment, it concusses directly into their body and it hits dramatically heavily. You're not exactly sure where it happened, but likely maybe the death of Dr. Wondertainment has caused the area to stabilize better. It ricochets, hits in, and while they're not dead, they have significantly taken more damage than you had anticipated.
Okay.
For the purposes of distance step, would a non-targeted AoE count as a attack against a third creature? Yes or no? There's
No?
I say that it's a little gamey because there is literally only one thing I can enemy here.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a good idea. I'm gonna say no.
Fair enough.
You can do it. Is basically what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, sick. Grenade.
I assumed.
What do you want from me?
Knew it.
Their dex is 15.
That fails by 1.
Oh,
I should. I'll just do this. 2. Q, you also make a dex save. I also make a dex save.
Can you make it for me?
sure can.
Yeah.
With the bless also. Wait, what type of damage is it?
Fire.
Okay, yeah.
I failed my own save, and it wasn't even that hard. Oh my god.
With your blessing,
Didn't you say the save
15.
was 15?
No, it's 16.
Oh,
Oh, you both failed then.
Yeah, the
I don't-
enemy failed by 1, which
Uh,
was 15.
And Q failed it by 1 as well.
Uh,
Sorry,
so
Q.
you take 6 fire, a whopping 6. I take 3, and I am powered up to do fire damage on my next turn. I guess
All right,
that's my turn.
Ray. You can tell whatever was happening beforehand, whatever was occurring. The
I had a feeling that he was causing the stripes to not take as much damage.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna be outright honest. The wielder of the staff would not be able to be targeted or be dealt damage. Any allies associated with them, they would have to pick between 1 and 0 allies. Would also have their damage reduced all the way down to 1 point of damage on any source.
Oh, you fucker!
so what I'm hearing is Zold broke this encounter too.
Yeah, a little bit. Don't get me wrong. Stripes is still massively dangerous even without that extreme advantage. But
So-
there's a lot of you guys.
So did the harm spell? Did it reduce by only 1?
Yeah,
Then okay. I was just wondering because I didn't know if that would have.
that's why he wasn't dying so immediately.
Yeah, because I did
Right.
close to 100.
That's why it felt so bad, but didn't say anything.
Yeah, and I will apologize for saying railroaded it earlier because
No, it makes complete sense. Honestly, it looked that way.
I just felt like I felt that like that twice in games, and I know what it feels like. Sorry.
Makes sense.
All right, sorry, Ray.
I'm gonna use my channel Arcana. And would I know if this guy is human or not?
The way he's been taking damage, he's human. Or human enough.
Okay, I'm gonna use hold person on him.
Alright, what's the save to beat?
20.
Oh. Wisdom, right?
I think so.
He doesn't have that as one of his saves, so he just has a +2.
Yeah, it's wisdom.
16.
He's about to get fucked.
Alright, immediately held. Anyone attacking him close range would have advantage. Long range would still have long range. I'm thinking of prone. Sorry, I'm thinking of prone.
It'd be advantage.
It's advantage, but only attacks within 5 feet. Crit.
Mhm.
Auto.
Anything else, Ray?
No, that'll be it for me.
Are you sure?
I'm gonna move back.
Okay.
Exiting the splash.
You moonwalk away.
Yeah.
Morthos. Morthos has Eldritch Blast. He will attack with advantage. I feel like
make him get close and use his sword.
I would, but I feel like either Q or Iskar is about to explode the bridge like area.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. 1, 2, 3. 26 hits, 19 does not, and 28 hits. All right. Then they moonwalk away. Zen either has healing or, 5
Wrath
feet
of
away
God.
attacks. Oh, actually, she might have that spell. Oh no, that's for her next level up. I had planned. She's just gonna chuck a rock at him. Oh, it actually hits. He takes 3 damage and she begins to moonwalk away. No one's within the vicinity, so she's just gonna shoot a thunderbolt directly at him. Oh, I rolled low. Wait, that's not right. I think I have her spells wrong. Does anyone have the lightning bolt spell? And can tell me the damage? Because I think I wrote it wrong. 8d6. That's my bad.
I was gonna say, I think it's comparable to Fireball.
Yeah.
Is
Thank you, Ray. Okay. Well, I still rolled terribly. But one better. Dex save +3.
Paralyzed automatically fails.
Oh,
Dex save.
thank goodness, because I accidentally rolled a 20.
Automatically fails strength and dex saves.
Oh, I didn't know about the strength, but I knew about the dex. But forgot. Immediately, a lightning bolt shoots into the area. No one's within range, so no one else gets hit. Like, maybe whatever's in the gemstone might get hit, but that's about it. Q. You can tell that this person's very worn down, very bloodied, very bruised. Definitely at half health, if not a little bit more.
hold on, I'm coming. Alright, I'm going to walk backwards right next to him. Where's my... Oh, man. Okay. And then take 2 swings at him with the Holy Mace. 27.
That's it. And you automatically do crit damage.
Oh, so roll the damage again.
Or double it. Okay. Let's see. 20, 25, 32. You can tell they're bloody, they're bruised, they're at death's door, but not quite there. 17 does hit.
So these are automatic crits, right?
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Alright. So, they had 7 health left. How do you want to take them down? And for your information, they had a 16. When depower, they have 16 AC.
Alright, basically, Q will just walk up, and the mace, which is the variant Holy Avenger, just starts glowing with a bright yellow light, and Q is just going to take the first strike and do a downward swing to the head to knock him down to his knee, and then is going to then take her the mace and swing back up, and then do an upswing, and basically take his head clean off.
With a good blow directly towards their neck, it swings in, cuts in, and I just now noticed, yeah, he kind of does have the anime Death Mom hair. So it's appropriate. Swings in and cuts it directly through. It falls down to the ground, and you can see almost stitch work aligned with a meat suit. It's kind of hard and kind of gross to describe it, to be perfectly honest. But it looks as if you've cut them down, and they are down for the count. Something about their body seems off, but other than that, it's to be specific, they're dead. Like, nothing about that is off. You've completely taken them down, but for some reason they seem wrong. And with the head simply falling down to the ground, that is it for combat.
The head flying, remember? Because I come up from underneath it.
Yes.
I'll walk over to the body, and I'll pull out a scimitar, and I'll just run it through their armpit to their heart.
It surprisingly
Just
enough
like-
cuts extremely easily. Now that they're not moving, like even though they weren't moving before. It's like cutting through fabric, really. Examining that and cutting through them, as part of their flesh like flaps down, you see something written between the meat. Like, do you remove the meat to see what's written inside?
I have a feeling I already know what it's going to say, but yes.
It reads as Mr. Stripes 0.5. Product underneath it says product of Dr. Wondertainment.
I'll walk backwards and I want to inspect this big gem.
I'm not-
I'm gonna tell you outright. You, I mean, no, I'm gonna tell you that. You go
I'm gonna
over there.
with them.
What?
I'm gonna go with them to look at it.
Yeah. Do you walk backwards?
Yeah.
Walking backwards, you do go to the large gemstone. Examining the area and looking at it, you can tell that it's a portal. This is exactly what Iskar was looking at or trying to find. This thing is stable. It's a giant gemstone written and inscribed with a magical circle, like etched in and buried in. It's not going anywhere. Like most portals that you see, unless they're stabilized portals and you need advanced magic knowledge or having it passed down from generation to generation, like the demons or like the schools. That's basically the only way you can get portals stabilized specifically for to other dimensions rather than other locations. This is a separate dimension that they opened. They have that knowledge, which is dangerous to begin with, and it's stable, which is even worse.
I'm
But it's
going
also
to
go ahead.
I'm going to gather up the belongings of Dr. Wondertainment and Mr. Stripes. Anything they've left behind.
Mr. Stripes only has their clothes and the weird bandana over their head thing. And Dr. Wondertainment had their cane that's broken in half, that no longer works, and their hat.
Do I think that the cane can be fixed?
It can be fixed, but it can't regain the power it once held.
Oh, okay.
Well, you could look dapper if you want.
Yeah, I was going to take a look at the hat.
Yeah. Looking at the hat, it's a wonderfully fantastical, wonderful hat.
Do I sense anything from it?
Like how so? Like your innate senses, or like magically?
Magic.
What kind of eyes do you have?
Identify.
Oh, okay. Yes. It-
Identifies.
Identifying the hat, you can read something written and inscribed into it. It's not so much. It's not so much magic imbued into it as if it's a curse. From what you can tell, the way it feels, it represents imbibed into the hat itself. It's like a cursed entity or like a feeling that takes over whoever's wielding it over time.
They become Dr. Wondertainment.
Possibly, or something else. Maybe they go mad. Eventually, the doctor finds them and then makes them the next in line. Or maybe this is how they become. They gain knowledge. You only can, I'm going to be perfectly honest, figure that out if you wear it.
We put the mask and the hat on the same person.
Hardy har har. Ray.
So, did you say there was like a spell circle or something inscribed into the crystal?
It's basically a spell circle, yes.
Okay.
Can I try and copy it down?
Are you gonna touch it, or just like look
Not
at
if
it
I don't
and
have to.
copy and paste? Yes, technically you can. It is a circle leading to the Nine Hells, the plane that which Tiamat rules over.
Oh, so it's like a planar shift, not dimension travel spell?
Correct.
Okay.
Like-
Um,
Telling the symbols, you can tell that information. Now, you can go there now if you have the correct spell, but it's not point A to point B in your own plane.
Found out how when he said that the next Wondertainment, it's the hat makes the next Wondertainment. So we need to cordon it off and put it away. What are we gonna do about this portal?
Well, I see no use for it, so I say we just let Zol do his thing. Or not Zol, Iskar.
Thank you. I will. I don't know. Would explosives or magic be more in line with this? What do you think?
Ray, you believe that magically it would be heavily resistant, not completely, but heavily resistant against magic.
Would I
My
know
thought
if
is dispel magic.
Oh, well, potentially.
would I know if just destroying the crystal would be sufficient to get rid of it?
The giant crystal is basically like a focus. So, yes.
If the crystal's destroyed, the portal is destroyed.
Correct.
Oh, easy then.
But if we dispel the portal, could we use the crystal for something else?
Potentially, yes.
Okay.
Let's
I'll try that
dispel.
then.
What level?
Let's see. I got a
I got-
5.
I will attempt a third level dispel. This is portals. It's kind of like my thing. I should have to pay the dispel tax.
Throw a let me make sure how many points I have in the rod. Yeah. Throw a third level spell at me.
Me?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what I got.
Again, I could do that if that's what you wanted.
Well, either someone throw a third level spell at me.
Okay, I'll just throw a lightning bolt at you.
All right, I'm going to absorb the lightning bolt, Adagma. The
Okay.
spell. And then I'm going to refresh my 6th level spell slot. I have no more charges in my rod for the day.
Okay.
All right, we can try your 3rd level dispel. If that works, great. If not, I have a 6th level spell slot available.
And I will try a third level dispel.
Go ahead and roll dispel with advantage. I'm gonna already tell you that level 3 it's not enough. But this is your thing, so you have advantage. Oh, son of a!
Third
I-
level is enough, huh?
Well,
Hold on a second. Don't say anything, Adagma.
Let's just sit there and take a moment and think and remember what he just the way he was speaking. I'm just gonna say a third level spell. You're not gonna what?
Hardy har har. No, good job. You know how to work these things. This is your thing. Portals. Immediately imbibing your magic, you can tell it's not gonna work. So rather than like shoot point blank and see if the magic just disappears, you're quick. You look at the inscriptions themselves and slowly unbind those rather than a forceful, complete washover. With a directed shot of your magic, you basically unwrite the magical portal symbols on there. It begins to basically wash away and completely gets removed. As that happens, the massive gemstone in size, it's technically considered a large size creature size, hits the ground in front of you and just like poof,
Can I cast telekinesis before it falls?
it's gonna fall next to you. But if you don't want it to be scuffed, sure.
Yes.
Before it falls, you catch it. Instead of it going poof, it just coats the
How big
air
is
with
it?
some dust. It's about the size of your angel.
Okay. Angel.
15 by 12.
I should have him for about like 30 more minutes, right?
Yeah.
All right, he's gonna carry it out of this place for us.
How much can he carry?
He's a celestial. He's got a 16th strength.
Uh, he's pretty big.
He's a
Sure.
large celestial.
He can carry 480 pounds.
Oh, well, honestly, the lowest I would make this is 1,000 pounds, but you know, he's a celestial. I don't care. I don't care enough, anyways. He begins to carry it for you.
I'll use telekinesis to help him carry it.
Yeah, fair enough. And you all walk out of this place?
I'm gonna collect up Dr. Wondertainment's body.
Okay. Where do you put it?
I'm gonna carry it out.
Do you leave stripes there?
Didn't you say his body was falling apart?
Well, thanks to someone it is now.
I stabbed him while being like the true bringer of death, according to the universal laws of my wish.
Yeah, that's fair.
I should probably do the same thing to Dr. Wondertainment, actually.
Sounds like a good
Oh wait, no,
idea.
I actually killed Wondertainment.
You actually killed him. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's no way not to kill him.
Again, I actually can't not kill people.
Yeah. No mercy. So you're cursed. Anyways, walking out, Q has one body strapped over their shoulder. The Celestial has a giant gemstone being helped. Oh, and immediately, there we go. Ray soon follows after to help out and ease. Thankfully enough, telekinesis would more than be enough, but you know, just in case you don't want your giant gem to be scuffed. You also have the telekinesis up and the angel moving about. With the, let's just call it proposal, out of the way, where do you go next? Back to the road you were meant to follow, or
gotta
a
go
new
Find the
destination?
kid.
Should
in that
probably tell Phil what happened.
Right. We probably should.
All right.
I'll take one of the scrolls that I got
Mm-hmm.
for sending and cast sending, and
Okay, I'll let her.
I'm trying to word it right so that I only use the 20. Let the words that you can get with sending.
Mhm.
It's Q.
Burp. That's one
Dealt-
word.
Dealt with Wondertainment.
Was that the entire thing?
Need team to meet us for pickup.
Immediately responding, Phil does state, which is one word. A team has already been sent out to you. Rendezvous at the location you had mentioned.
Oh, I didn't know we had already done that.
Yeah. I think Raid had it assigned beforehand. Someone was going to meet you guys there. To the location you were going.
Okay.
The was like not a frustrated like, oh thank God something happened. Good happened. Like a weight off their shoulders has been immediately removed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, with movement heading back, looking back at things, one thing is definitely sure. While this detour could have led to something different, I like this ending better. Not because you won, but because you left things a mystery. Maybe these answers will never be solved, or maybe they will. But one thing is certain. The person was creepy. It was honestly best to kill them. So with that, we end the session for today. As you level up to 13.
And
Hey.
we totally destroyed your encounter, and it wasn't all Huntsman this time. I'm the one who instigated